everybody, let's go. I'm hoping that you're ready for another episode. You know we play that music in the UB studio. And now it's time to welcome everybody to the Parker Radio Show. Everybody, let's go. I'm hoping that you're ready for another episode. You know we play that music in the UB studio. And now it's time to welcome everybody to the Parker Radio Show.
How we doing out there, everybody? We are here for another Parker Radio Show. It is 5:18 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we got Dusty Leigh coming live here in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. We got some great music coming your way.
I'll never understand how I can fool around and let love slip right through my hands and hold on to your memories like they're made of gold until the memories are all I've got to hold. And I'm just sitting here missing you, and it's raining too. The sky's so gray, there's just no way the sun's gonna make it through. And I'll be just fine if the sun would shine, I wouldn't feel so blue. I'm just sitting here missing you, and it's raining too. Afternoons and summer rain, wind chimes tapping random tunes against my window pane, and drifting off in dreams with you lying close to me. It shows me just how blue a rainy day can be. And I'm just sitting here missing you, and it's raining too. The sky's so gray, there's just no way the sun's gonna make it through. And I'll be just fine if the sun would shine, I wouldn't feel so blue. I'm just sitting here missing you, and it's raining too. It's raining too. The sky's so gray, there's just no way the sun's gonna make it through. And I'll be just fine if the sun would shine, I wouldn't feel so blue. I'm just sitting here missing you, and it's raining too. And I'm just sitting here missing you, and it's raining too.
There was something in your eyes went click. Saw you standing in the back room with your tattoos, and I knew I should have turned away. You were about to give my world a shake, and I never really felt this way. These people don't do much for me. You you got something a little extra. Normally I don't, but I think I'll let you get to know me. Maybe hold me if you're lucky. Yeah. The pressure's getting stronger. The room is getting hotter. Your hands, they grip my collar, gripping on my collar, and you're stopping me from leaving. The pressure's getting stronger. The room is getting hotter. Your hands, they grip my collar, gripping on my collar, and you're stopping me from leaving. Let's keep it secret, you and me, treading the deep end dangerously. Let's keep it secret, you and me, treading the deep end dangerously. Dangerous. Yeah, there's something about the way you move, got me watching every step now, in my head now. And you know that I won't shut you down, cause I like how this is turning out. Yeah, you know me, you can hold me if you're lucky. Yeah. The pressure's getting stronger. The room is getting hotter. Your hands, they grip my collar, gripping on my collar, and you're stopping me from leaving. The pressure's getting stronger. The room is getting hotter. Your hands, they grip my collar, gripping on my collar, and you're stopping me from leaving. Let's keep it secret, you and me, treading the deep end dangerously. Let's keep it secret, you and me, treading the deep end dangerously. Dangerous, dangerously, dangerous, dangerously. Stuck in the deep end, you and me. Yeah, I'm addicted, in too deep. Sink to the bottom quietly. Swim to the deep end dangerously. Let's keep it secret, you and me, treading the deep end dangerously. Dangerous, dangerously, dangerous, dangerously, dangerous, dangerously, dangerous, dangerously.
If you judge a book by its cover, the USA's in a mess. But we're one nation under God, and we know that we've been blessed. America's a melting pot, and the dreams keep living on. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone. Country inside out, upside down and through and through. You can cut us with a knife and we'll all bleed red, white and blue. From Maine to California, Plymouth Rock to Yellowstone. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone. We fight like cats and dogs over guns and Roe v. Wade. The right to bear arms, but at the end of the day, we'll defend your right to speak, even if we think you're wrong. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone. Country inside out, upside down and through and through. You can cut us with a knife and we'll all bleed red, white, and blue. From Maine to California, Plymouth Rock to Yellowstone. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone. All 50 hearts will beat as one to defend this way of life. It's all for one and one for all when freedom is countrywide. Country inside out, upside down and through. You can cut us with a knife and we'll all bleed red, white, and blue. From Maine to California, Plymouth Rock to Yellowstone. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone. We still believe in God we trust, and there ain't no place like home. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone.
Here on the Parker Radio Show, powered by Unique Beats. A big UB shout out to the Jewjop Dramboree. Check them out live from Saturday's performance on our Facebook page at Unique Beats LLC. A big shout out to Chris Martin and Len Wallace and Mr. Martin for putting on a great show. So you can go again to our Facebook page, tune in there to watch the whole event. And again, thank you to all. We got more music coming your way from Jesse Lynn to Adrian Hott, along with the Dusty Leigh interview here on the Parker Radio Show.
In this glass of wine, I am hoping I will find all the answers to the questions that lay heavy on my mind. In this glass of wine, I am hoping I will see the light of sweet salvation that will bring me to my knees. I have felt like a bucket at the bottom of an empty well, and oh, can't you tell? You know I need a friend, so fill me up again, a little something to make me smile. In this glass of wine, 'cause every lover I've ever known, and they're begging for forgiveness, 'cause they left me all alone. lipstick on the rim. I've tried to drown my sorrows, but the problem I have found is that sorrow knows how to swim. But I won't drown tonight, 'cause I'm too young to die, but old enough to cry in this glass of wine.
I can't eat, can't sleep. All I do is think about you. Hold on, what's this feeling? That's my heart is stealing. That's okay, I don't want it back. What's this chemistry? Such intensity. Good emotions getting through. It's your sweet love I'm feeling. I can't get enough. Go figure it. Madly, deeply, baby, I'm falling. Head over heels, I'm living it hard and soul. You're giving it. I'm thinking that I'm digging it. Come on, keep it coming. Think you're onto something so strong, so right. It's got to be real. Breaking down my walls and fences. There's a powerful sense. Good emotions getting through. It's your sweet love I'm feeling. I can't get enough. Go figure it. Madly, deeply, baby, I'm falling. Head over heels, I'm living it hard and soul. You're giving it. I'm thinking that I'm digging it. It's your sweet love I'm feeling. I can't get enough. Go figure it. Madly, deeply, baby, I'm falling. Head over heels, I'm living it hard and soul. You're giving it. I'm thinking that I'm digging it.
Jessie Lynn, I'm digging it. Follow her on Jessie Lynn. Our next artist coming up, singing his new song, Sipping on Moonshine.
Rivers up, the moon's out in spring break. It's harvest time, popcorn and Billy Ray's. Light up the night down top of Pine Road. Back in the boondocks, well, nobody knows. Sipping moonshine, moonshine, burning like a bonfire all night. You can sip your red wine or claws on ice, but that don't matter, baby, hit my advice. Just keep sipping on moonshine. Truck pulling up about 1:45. About to light up the night, get the damn thing done. The copper tone girl from the Bible Belt. Mix one with two, she'll raise some hell. Sipping moonshine, moonshine, burning like a bonfire all night. You can sip your red wine or claws on ice, but that don't matter, baby, hit my advice. Just keep sipping on moonshine. Hitting shots of Jack, Cuddy and me. Shot the whole thing down with Jeremiah Weed. She said, what's it take to get a sip from that jug? Some say it's fire, gotta get me some of that moonshine, moonshine. Burning like a bonfire all night. You can sip your red wine or claws on ice, but that don't matter, baby, hit my advice. Just keep sipping on moonshine. Up in the truck bed, I'ma get my buzz with the JBLs bumping. Ain't no 5 pinch with them 30s Shine Town. 3, 2, 1, boys, pour us another round of moonshine, moonshine. Burning like a bonfire all night. You can sip your red wine or claws on ice, but that don't matter, baby, hit my advice. Just keep sipping on moonshine.
Talk to her, well, you better have something to say. Something sweet that'll make her smile. If you can't, no way she'll remember your name. There ain't a pickup line out there that she ain't heard from a guy wearing jeans just as tight as hers. To get a girl like that, you're gonna have to step up your game and throw it on back with some old school moves. I'm talking Conway smooth. Lay on the laid back, go on and make that kiss last longer. Yeah, women don't hate that. Don't call her hot, call her beautiful. Don't let her walk through a door that you don't pull. How to make her fall in love ain't nothing new. It's all about them old school moves. If you wanna hold her body, well, first you gotta hold her hand. And if you want her head on your shoulder, better know how to slow song country dance. She don't wanna watch you whip or watch you nay-nay. She don't give a she's looking for Patrick Swayze. Most of the boys she runs across don't stand a chance. They don't understand them old school moves. Yeah, Conway smooth. Lay on the laid back, go on and make that kiss last longer. Yeah, women don't hate that. Don't call her hot, call her beautiful. Don't let her walk through a door that you don't pull. How to make her fall in love ain't nothing new. It's all about the old school moves. Last longer, yeah, women don't hate that. Don't call her hot, call her beautiful. Don't let her walk through a door that you don't pull. How to make her fall in love ain't nothing new. It's all about them old school moves. Yeah, old school moves.
Unique Beats, this is Josh.
Hey, Josh, it's Dusty. How you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I am doing fabulous. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. So we're going to start off just a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into music.
Sure. So let's see. I started singing pretty young. I remember my first little thing was in school when I was in like kindergarten, first grade-ish. I always liked singing, but I honestly didn't really start singing on more of a professional level until I was an adult. I sang a little bit in school and the national anthem for events and stuff like that. But my mother passed away when I was about 15, and that kind of changed things a little bit in my life. So I still kept singing and stuff, just not in a greater magnitude until I'd say probably my early 20s. And then it wasn't until 2011 that my husband and I kind of put a band together. And when I say we, I mean he. I had horrible stage fright growing up. So any chance of singing in huge public crowds was definitely a throwing up event for me. So I was not very willing to do it, but he kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone. And he had kind of formulated this band when we were in North Carolina while he was active duty. And it kind of just took off from there. And and I've been singing on more of a professional level ever since. So
very, very nice. So who inspired you to make music, and how would you describe the music that you typically create?
I would say probably from an early age. I was exposed to a lot of different genres of music. My mom was a big 80s hair band rocker. My dad too, but she also loved George Jones and Laura Lynn and that kind of stuff. I would say probably in more of my formative years, most of the music that I probably listened to was an array of the Judds, Reba, Katie Oslin. I'm a huge Katie Oslin fan. Tina Turner. My mom loved Tina Turner. It's kind of all over the place. I mean, it was never really one genre or one style. It was more just kind of how a song hit you, how it made you feel. So I would say that I had a pretty large set of influencers in my musical, makeup, but I definitely flock more towards the tear in my beer, gut-wrenching, rip your heart out, stomp it on the floor type of ballads when I look for songs or when I'm, writing material. There's something about that emotion that I love to bring out in my music and connect with my audience on that level of emotion. I don't know if that stems from the tragic childhood that I had or I don't know what it's from, but I feel like those are more of the ballad type of music that I go after. But I think in performing live and going to concerts and stuff, a slow song every now and then is great, but you also want to engage the crowd and, have material that gets people on their feet and, invokes that kind of fun and, that good time feeling. So, in a lot of the material that I'm looking at right now for my sophomore album, I'm looking, to write more upbeat, fun stuff. Got a couple singles scheduled to come out that are, fun and that party style. So I'm a little bit all over the board right now. I don't really know what I'm doing.
Very nice. So I know you were telling me just a little while ago that you were moving.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that and why.
So, well, both of our kids are kind of grown. We have a 22-year-old and an almost 18-year-old who graduates next week. And we kind of just felt like, with my music, signing with the label, Eminent Music Group a couple of years ago, and then just being, in the studio, releasing music, it kind of seemed like the next level, the next thing. So we just felt like maybe we kind of outgrown Idaho a little bit. We've kind of played a lot of the festivals and the venues here and stuff. And I kind of feel like branching out is kind of that next step. So we've always loved Tennessee. We were stationed in North Carolina for a few years, about 8 years. And I always enjoyed the South. And so that was kind of a no-brainer for us. So we've kind of been planning it for about 18 months, I guess. And then more seriously, we, starting in like January, we kind of really, got serious about, we put our house up for sale in April, and it sold very quickly. So it kind of just put things in motion, and everything's kind of fallen into place. And so, yeah, we're headed out June 7th and bound for Tennessee. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Can't wait.
Being in Tennessee, and into country music, there'll be more opportunity, a lot more places to play, a lot more going on. So let's talk a little bit about your performing, and how would you describe your on-stage personality?
Oh,
it's a good question.
Yeah, I will say one of the things, I was born and raised in Idaho till I was about 18. My husband and I moved away after that. He was military, and we lived everywhere from Washington, Oregon, Alaska, Virginia, North Carolina. We spent probably a majority of our time in North Carolina. So it's not like I've spent, a huge amount of time in the South, and I can't explain it. I don't know why, but when I am on stage, you would think I was born and raised in the South, because all of a sudden this Southern drawl comes out. I can't control it. Even my sister, when we first moved back, I did my first live performance, and afterwards she looked at me and she said, "What is wrong with you?" She's like, "You are not Southern." So I don't know what happens, but apparently when I am on stage, I am as Southern as they come. So I don't know how to explain it, but I'll take it. Like, of all the things I could be, like, I'll take it. So that's kind of more of my personality on stage, I guess. I like to cut loose and I'm kind of it's kind of hard. Like, you have to judge your crowd, and it kind of depends a lot on, are you playing kind of like a dive bar, or are you playing a big venue, or, I feel like your crowd and your fans engage you differently based on the type of show that you're putting on. I personally kind of like the dive bar scene, because I feel like it's more intimate and you can actually have conversations with your crowd. And when I'm on a big stage and, they're farther away and they don't, you ask questions and it's kind of like chirp, chirp. And then, you're like, oh, okay, well, just shut up and sing, monkey. That's it kind of gives you that feeling. But I feel like I kind of just gauge it, my personality based on the kind of crowd reception. I don't think people realize that the more engaged they are, the better it fuels our show, because you feel like you have that connection. So it's, when I go to live shows, if it's that kind of a setting, I try to make sure that, you engage with them. So.
Very nice. Well, that answers our next question. What are some of the most memorable performances, and what made them so memorable? Would you rather perform in front of a big crowd or a smaller, more intimate setting? And you were saying you kind of like those dive bars. So
yeah.
Very nice.
Definitely the ones where although I think I get more nervous in that kind of a setting, just because people are so up close. In a bigger crowd, you kind of can't really see them because of the lights, and it kind of takes off that tension. But there's nothing like hearing fans cheering on that, that big stage, because that's pure energy right there. So.
Yeah, fan interaction is really an important part of being an artist, and the most rewarding.
Because it kind of tells you, like, if you are doing a good job, or if they like it, if they like what they're hearing, or, whether you're going to get that cane that jerks you off the stage here in a few minutes, or,
right.
It kind of prepares you for what to expect next.
So do you have any stories you have about fans that have stood out to you, like a first autograph story, or maybe a first time fan noticed you in public?
Yeah. The other day, I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, if people knew how boring I am in real life, they would not be as fascinated with me, I think, because I was at the gym the other day, and I got my headphones on, and I'm sweaty and I've been working out, and this gentleman comes over, and he was kind of acting a little bit awkward, depending, like we were kind of not super close together, but social distancing on the machines and stuff, but he just kept making weird eye contact, and I smiled and, just kind of looked at him like, I'm not quite sure what you're looking at, and maybe he wants this machine and I'll try to hurry. But eventually he kind of came up to me, and I was on one of the machines where it's super awkward. I'm like laying kind of down and I'm a little bit below him, and he leans over and he goes, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm just wondering, are you Dusty Leigh? And I said, I am. And there was a lady standing about 10 feet from him, and he turns and he points to her, and he points to me, and he's like shaking his head like, it is her. Come here. So she comes over and he goes, he's like, I'm so sorry to be awkward. He goes, but my wife and I saw you play a couple years ago at one of the festivals here in Boise, and we just absolutely love you. And my wife was wondering if she could have your autograph. And I'm super humbled, and I'm like, oh my God, somebody actually, they recognize me. Wow, I feel awesome. But then I'm like, what do you want me to autograph? And I don't have a Sharpie. And then it suddenly got super awkward. So it was very flattering, but I was not prepared. And at the gym of all places where I'm sure I look like death. So but it made me laugh. I left the gym feeling like a rock star. So it was good.
Very, very nice. So tell us how you like to interact with your fans and what you have coming up in the future that fans will enjoy.
I kind of just, I like to make sure that we're putting on a show that they're enjoying and wanting to see, and leaving them, when you go to a concert and you're paying money to see somebody, you want to give them what they paid for, basically. So, you want to make sure that they're leaving that night going, wow, I would totally pay money to see them again. I feel like everybody that likes music has gone to a concert and they leave there going, man, that was awesome. Or, I've seen a few concerts where I'm like, I kind of thought, in person they'd be a little bit better, or, whatever. But so I feel like that's kind of, it doesn't matter to me if I'm playing a dive bar or I'm playing a huge, venue here. I try to put on a show that no matter what, people are going to enjoy. Like I'm playing my heart out. And literally when I get off stage, I'm toast. I'm tired. I'm hungry. And I literally gave it my all. And, and even still, I try to make sure that, a lot of times people, they want to chat with you, or they know somebody that knows somebody, there's always people that want to have a discussion with you afterwards. And I always make time to do that, because I just feel like everybody starts somewhere, everybody starts small, and those people that you connect with are those people that push you to the next level, or they push, they're the ones that are paying for the nosebleed seats, when you feel like you make it big. So that's kind of how I try to engage with my crowd. So yeah. And coming up, leaving here, I'm trying to kind of get some songs recorded so that we can keep things, releasing every about 8 weeks, until I get down to Tennessee. And then I've got some songs that I cannot wait to get recorded. It's like having money in your pocket. It's like burning a hole in my pocket right now, because they're awesome songs that I love. So I can't wait to get those recorded and released. And we're working on, putting a new band together and producing a new show and playing for some of the, the venues around there, and just kind of seeing what the Tennessee area has to offer. And it's kind of like a kid in a candy store. Everything's new, everything's shiny, and you want to do it all. So kind of just prioritizing, and then also getting the next album wrapped up and out to people, hopefully towards the end of this year. And yeah, all the things.
Very nice. And I know you were nominated in a few different categories in the Josies along with the ISSA. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, completely was not expecting that. So I, when we were listening to the ISSA award nominations, actually that Sunday, my husband and I were sitting outside drinking coffee, just kind of, everything was kind of starting to fall into place, happening, very quickly. The sale of the house, graduation coming up. And I had my very first little moment of hesitation where I thought, ooh, are we doing the right thing? Is everything, are we crazy? Are we, am I jumping in head first? Am I thinking this through? And I'm definitely not a person that lives by regrets. I kind of feel like those are learning experiences, and no matter what, you either grow from it or, you learn something. So, and I don't necessarily fear change, but I'm definitely kind of a don't rock my boat person most of the time. But I had my little moment of thinking things through and hoping that I was doing the right thing. And then the nominations, we were sitting there listening to the nominations, and out of the categories, I was nominated for 4. And I kind of had like a little mini breakdown of like, okay, I feel like it's, this is finally the right time. We're doing the right thing. And any of the hesitation that I had was gone. So, and then, the Josie Awards, the nominations came out yesterday. And again, so incredibly humbled, listening to everybody in, that's nominated in the categories and stuff. It's just, incredible talent that, I mean, literally it's just, I feel fortunate to even be nominated. So, that's kind of where I'm at. Totally humbled and just feel super fortunate that they even put my name up there. So,
well, congratulations. I mean,
thank you.
The sky's the limit, so I do want to thank you for coming on here. Thank you so much for taking time out to interview us here on Unique Beats Radio. You're a great new addition to our lineup of artists, and we are honored to air your new single or your new song, Take a Ride With Me. Where can we find you on social media if we'd like to stream any of your songs or take a look at where you're playing?
DustyLeigh.com. It gives you all of, all of our dates. I actually have one show left on Saturday here in Idaho, and then nothing scheduled yet until we get down to Tennessee. But you can find my Roots and Dreams album basically anywhere you download music: Apple, iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Deezer. I mean, there's 100 of them. So Amazon, all of them are out there. And then Take a Ride With Me, that came out on Friday, written by Ava Page and Corey Lee Barker, 2 great writers. That is out everywhere as well. So wherever you stream music, wherever you like to download it, that's where you can find it.
All right. So go ahead and give Dusty Leigh a nice follow. And again, thank you for taking your time to join us here on the Parker Radio Show, powered by Unique Beats.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Let's go chase some blacktop dreams, windows down, feeling free. Come, take a ride with me. We'll throw caution to the wind, don't invite it back again. Come, take a ride with me. Take a ride with me down this open road. Take a ride with me. Find out what the highway knows. 4 wheels ready to go. So what you waiting for? Come, take a ride with me. And any destination's fine. We can take our own sweet time. Come, take a ride with me. Take a ride with me down this open road. Take a ride with me. Find out what the highway knows. Whoa, let's go chasing blacktop dreams, windows down, feeling free. Come, take a ride with me. Take a ride with me
Take a Ride With Me by Dusty Leigh. It was a pleasure having her on the Parker Radio Show. We've got more music coming your way by John Brady here on the Parker Radio Show.
Big city and a lot to learn. Small town, a country girl, like a lily and just as pure. Always knew that you wanted more. Yeah.
City boy had all the moves, big dreams and a lot to prove. I was shy, understood.
Touch gets me through it all. Keep me warm, keep me out of the cold. Our love is so much so.
Number one for today's hits and all-time favorites, UB Radio.
So you think you understand the cowboy code? 'Cause you say yes sir, yes ma'am, and thank you kindly though. It's a secret language you'll never know, full of true grit, pride, in an unselfish soul. So you think you understand this way? 6-shooter sitting there on my waist. More than being a badass, I'm just saying. So I say, yippee-ki-yay, 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 yo. Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yo. One-shot signal in the air. It's best, boy, you better stand right there. Hear the trample of the Mustangs across the Rio Grande. Warning signs, watch them kick the dust up. Fear echoes like the pain and devastation left behind from the trail of tears. You can do your own thing, old buckaroo, but I reckon I can teach you a thing or two. I got too much tumbleweed in my blood to settle down, oh yeah, like I should. I do this for the love, pain, and the shame, not the thing. These old boots been a mile or two. This red dirt kicks my soul to show you the truth. So I say, yippee-ki-yay, 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 yo. Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yo. One-shot signal in the air. It's best, boy, you better stand right there. Hear the trample of the Mustangs across the Rio Grande. Warning signs, watch them kick the dust up. Fear echoes like the pain and devastation left behind from the trail of tears. Don't go buying a hat and some cowboy boots to be called a Texan, 'cause that ain't you. Fake boys get caught in a lie and wish they had told the truth. Blow the chute, here's the saddle, get ready to ride. It's violent blow. Spin around, bucked off, last breath, crushed heart. Crowd silence, hats off, face down, last call, like Lane Frost. So the crowd says, yippee-ki-yay, 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 yo. Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yo. One-shot signal in the air. It's best, boy, you better stand right there. Hear the trample of the Mustangs across the Rio Grande. Warning signs, watch them kick the dust up. Fear echoes like the pain and devastation left behind from the trail of tears. Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yo. Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yo. Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yo. Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yo.
I feel you near, and sometimes I believe you are here. I look outside, see the changing light. The love you left in me is feeling strong. And when the birds start to sing in spring, I miss you. When the flowers start to grow, I need you here. And when I think of you, my heart is aching for you. Not being with you is more than I can bear. The years went by, I'm asking why. How can I go on without you? You live too soon, went to the moon. We miss you the most this time of year. And when the birds start to sing in spring, I miss you. When the flowers start to grow, I need you here. And when I think of you, my heart is aching for you. Not being with you is more than I can bear. And when the leaves are falling down to the earth, I still miss you. I still miss you. When the birds start to sing in spring, I miss you. When the flowers start to grow, I need you here. And when I think of you, my heart is aching for you. Not being with you is more than I can bear. Not being with you is more than I can bear.
You're listening to When the Birds Start to Sing by Esther Von Kamar. That concludes our show. Thank you all for tuning in to the Parker Radio Show every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check us out at uniquebeats.com for all our upcoming events and shows throughout the week. And again, a big UB shout out to all of our sponsors: State Farm Todd Adams Agency, Goat Eaters, Wabash Engraving, American Musical Arts Group, Discounted Guitars, Nick's Dog Cart, Rock Creek Container Homes, Big City Paints. Again, thank you all for tuning in to the Parker Radio Show, powered by Unique Beats.
Hey everybody, let's go. I'm hoping that you're ready for another episode. You know we play that music in the UB studio. And now it's time to welcome everybody to the Parker Radio Show. Everybody, let's go. I'm hoping that you're ready for another episode. You know we play that music in the UB studio. And now it's time to welcome everybody to the Parker Radio Show.